Hello everybody, welcome to Game 3 in this best of 3 series for the Evil Geniuses Master Cup. Week 2, we have spawning here as the green Zerg, EGIdra, and his opponent as the yellow Terran, EmpireHappy. I'm your host, Big Blue Firebat, and let's get into the game. I have to admit that after last game on Xel'Naga Caverns and Idra's premature GG, I'm looking forward to this being a better game. I'm really still surprised as to why Idra left that game so early. He guess he felt that he lost control of the game and would not have been able to come back from the single Marauder hanging out in a bunker for Happy. The map is going to be the MLG version of Metalopolis, a map that is set up so that you will have the supply depots at the bottom of each player's ramp in order to prevent Zerg players from being locked into their base by bunkers or pylons. And another interesting feature on this map is that these cross positions have been disabled. It is impossible for you to spawn in a cross ally position from your opponent. So Idra knows right away that he's going to see that his opponent has been spawning in the close air position by sending his Overlord out, and Happy for his part knows that he does not have to scout this section of the map, but in fact if he has spotted that Overlord he will already be aware of where Idra is. He is sending out his first scout SCV. He wants to see what Idra's doing, what his timing is, and let's hope that we have a better game than the last one. Idra, for his part, going with his very standard opening. He is interested in setting up a hatchery first before his spawning pool, and Happy is going to scout that out, see what's going on. We'll see if Happy is going to go for any kind of early bunker play that was able to cause a lot of trouble for Idra in the last match, or if he will simply scout in and do his best to be annoying with this SCV without building anything extra. Happy is walling off the front of his base, and we have a Marine heading out. It looks like there's going to be some early pressure from Happy. He wants to put Idra off his stride. He might be encouraged by the last game where he was able to kind of get Idra flustered, get him unable to deal with the early pressure, and then moving into the mid game where he would have an advantage. And now we have drones coming off the line to deal with this bunker at the bottom of this ramp here, and we have a Marine about halfway to the base, so this Marine is going to take quite a while to get there. SCV forced to abandon this bunker, and it looks like the bunker is going to be canceled. These SCVs are off and not mining. We have another bunker going down, and the drones are coming back once again, forced to come out and attack the SCV. Getting a good surround on the SCV, decided not to go after it, going after the Marine instead. One drone going after the SCV, and another Marine has showed up. He's going to be chasing these Marines down. One drone goes down. This other Marine getting microed away. 2 drones going down, so no Marines lost. This bunker is still being constructed about a quarter of the way down. We've got to get that SCV back on it and building. The hatchery has finished, but Idra has supply locked himself. He is building an Overlord right now and 4 Zerglings. We got a Queen coming in, and this Zergling are going to probably have to go for that SCV as soon as possible, trying to kill those Marines, but the Marines are getting in a great position behind the minerals, and those Marines go down, killing one of the Zerglings, and this bunker is once again going to have to be abandoned. This pressure has not succeeded, and not too much of a loss from Idra. I think he lost maybe 2 drones and a couple of Zerglings, and we have Happy, for his part, looking to increase the pressure again, doing the same build that he did last time, switching his reactor onto his factory and going for double Hellions. And we see a number of Zerglings coming out. No speed yet from Idra. He has just started his gas. He's about halfway towards getting enough speed. The supply depot is going up, catching those Zerglings off guard, and a couple of blasts from the Hellions are going to roast a few Zerglings, and those Hellions are going to chase them out, chase them away, and the Zerglings, realizing they cannot run, turn and fight. But with good micro, the Hellions are going to take almost 0 damage, roast away those Zerglings, and now we have a couple Hellions on the way. Idra, for his part, throwing down a Spine Crawler at his expansion, and we have a second Spine Crawler up in here so that these Hellions cannot run around the side and get behind the mineral line. If they try to, they are going to be attacked by Spine Crawlers, but the Hellions getting there a little too close. Queen's blocking the ramp. Amazing block by Idra, stopping those Spine Crawlers, or stopping those Hellions in their tracks. The Spine Crawlers are almost done, and the Hellions are going to be forced to flee. They can't do anything. One of them's already gone, and this Hellion's saying, I am out of here, screw you guys. But he is meeting with his buddies, and these Hellions are going to make it up the ramp, getting blocked for a second by the Zerglings and the Queen, but now they are in the main, and this is going to be a problem for Idra. We'll see if he's going to lose any drones. 2 drones going down, more drones chasing, and Idra's going to have to be perfect in his control, or he's going to lose a ton of drones. 3 Hellions have the ability to one-shot a drone, and if they are in a line, it is able to one-shot a ton of drones. More Zerglings attacking these Hellions. They are all red, but more Hellions show up. So many Hellions in the base of EGIdra, going to town on his drones. We've got his drones coming off the line, trying to surround and block those Hellions. One Hellion goes down, 2 are still left, making so much trouble. These Queens getting in the way. More drones getting roasted, and EGIdra has lost 11 workers to Happy's done 12 workers. This is an enormous loss for EGIdra. I hope he'll be able to come back from this and make it into a good game, but he is in big trouble right now. Good saturation on his natural. He still has a lot of drones, producing a ton of them, but he is down in the economy. He has got only 28 to Happy's 22, and with the mules and a second base coming in, he is going to be able to outproduce EGIdra before too long. Remember that each mule is worth approximately 4 SCVs, so if you're looking at a resource panel, and you notice 2 mules for the Terran, he is actually doing quite a bit better than it appears. Now we have more Hellion pressure coming down, roasting away these Zerglings, basically preventing EGIdra from gaining the map control that he wants. He is he's playing very uncomfortably right now. He is forced to drone up, play much more safely. He is not moving into lair tech yet. He needs to save those resources and prepare for any kind of attack, and he is assuming that Happy is going for a second base. He has scouted the orbital command, so he's aware of the fact that there's an orbital command out there, so he's setting up his third base, getting ready to set down and increase his economy more and more. We got a bit of oversaturation at this natural, not quite enough drones over here. 1 gas being harvested, so he's moving into a lair play, and he needs to set up some more gas in order to get those higher tech units in order to deal with these ridiculous number of Hellions that have just been taking over the field. We have Stimpack being researched, siege mode coming down, a number of Marines. It looks like Happy is going to go for a very similar build that he had in the first game, where he's going for a lot of Marines, a lot of tanks, and that build did not work so well for him on Tal'Darim Altar, but this time around he has killed quite a few more drones. EGIdra, for his part, though, is macroing up like a champ, doing very well. What he is known for his good macro, known for his ability to just build drone after drone and then build Zergling after Zergling. These Zerglings finally taking over this watchtower, getting rid of those Hellions, taking them head on. Enough Zerglings will surround and destroy all those Hellions, and now we have a third base coming down for EGIdra. He's going to want to saturate that up right away. Don't be surprised to see a drone transfer before too long. And if I miss anything, I'm sorry. I'll follow it in the picture-in-picture. I have not seen this game yet. I decided to cast this series sans watching in order to be as surprised by this as you are. And now we have a couple Zerglings just hanging out the front door, one going in, scouting out the siege tanks, scouting out the Marines. And Happy, he's got his Stimpack finished, he's got combat shield started. He decides that this is probably a good time. Hey, I'm going to go knock on the door of the Zerg. I don't want him to be establishing too much of a economic lead. EGIdra over here, setting up his third base. He's got some more drones coming in. No transfer yet. Zerglings running around, checking out for any Terran units that are coming around the side, or he's just running around going for a flank or a counterattack. And now we got spine crawlers in the front. We got these siege tanks hopefully going to be sieging up soon. Stim going down. Siege tanks sieging up just outside of EGIdra's base, and there are a ton of banelings, but he does not have baneling speed. He's going to have to engage on the creep, and he's going to have to engage now because those creep tumors have gone down, and here come the banelings going after those siege tanks, getting a lot of damage. 2 siege tanks go down, and the drones do not kill that siege tank. So close, they need to stick around for another second. Siege tank down to 14 hit points, but a ton of Zerglings coming out, 24 Zerglings on the way. And those Zerglings are probably going to be able to clean up this little assault from Happy. This siege tank is so close to death. Get one shot off, and there it goes. Stimpack going down on those Marines, and all of these creep tumors were killed going down towards Happy's base, which is a fairly big pickup. And we have these Marines trying to elevate their way into EGIdra's third base, but no, intercepted by the Zerglings. Not going to happen, and they are forced to fly away. Not sure if he's going to go back to base or he's just going to unload, heal, and try again. Now we have EGIdra, for his part, producing 10 Mutalisks. He's going to want to go into that Zergling Mutalisk Baneling play that Zergs tend to favor so heavily against Terran. EGIdra, in particular, a huge fan of that strategy. And now we have Marines stimming, coming in, trying to get some drone kills, but the Zerglings are ready and forcing another pickup by that medevac. And this, I think that this drop is going to be completely negated. They're forced to run away, but now we have Mutalisks on the tail of the Mutalisks of the medevac, and this medevac is forced to unload all his Marines. 2 Marines get out, get cleaned up by the Zerglings, and that is the end of that initial aggression. Very good play by EGIdra, holding off that aggression, and now he has firm map control, a ton of Mutalisks coming out. He has 11 already built, 4 more on the way, and he's